Hare Krishna. So, welcome everyone here in the evening session of Bhagavad-Gita in Krishna Balram Mandir, ISKCON Vrindavan. So, first of all, we will offer Mangalacharan and then we will go into the Bhagavad-Gita class. गुरुवे गौर चंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनुष्ठं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुत्पत्कमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां सागरजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सावधूतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम पदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्या नाम्ने गौतमे नमः। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासां ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तदहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरुदीनतारं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So today we are reading from Bhagavad-Gita as it is, chapter 2, chapter entitled Contents of the Gita Summarized, and today we are going to read verse number 44, 2.44. So in this chapter, so there are total 72 verses in second chapter, and this chapter can be categorized in 5 sections. From first verse to 10 verse, these verses are related to Arjuna's indecision and Arjuna accepting Krishna as his guru. First to 10th verse. And from 11th to 30th verse, it relates to Sankhya Yoga, the difference between the matter and the spirit, the difference between the body and the soul, 11 to 30, and 31 to 37, it relates to Sakam Karma or Karma Kanda. And 38 to 53, Nishkam Karma or Buddhi Yoga. And 54 to 72, it relates to Sthita Pragya. What are the qualities of the liberated soul? Sthita Pragya. Who is Sthita Pragya? So, this chapter can be, this is categorized in 5 sections. And now we are reading the section Nishkam Karma Yoga or Buddhi Yoga. And in this chapter, Krishna says in verse 39, Krishna says, Esha tevita sankhye buddhir yoge tamam shano buddhaya yukto yaya partha karam bandham prayasasi. Thus far, I have described this knowledge to you through analytical study. Now listen as I explain it in terms of working without fruitive results. O son of Pratha, when you act in such knowledge, you can free yourself from the bondage of work. And in 40, Neha Vikram Nashwasti Pratyavayo na Vidyate Swalpamapi Asya Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. 41. Vyavasayatmika buddhireke ya karunandana bahusha kahinanta cha buddhayo vyavasayinam. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. 42 and 43. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avipischita vedvadrata partha nanyadasti vadina कामात्माना स्वर्ग परा जन्म कर्म फल प्रदाम क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम भोग ऐश्वर्य गतिम प्रति. Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to the heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. So, now we will go to this verse, in today's verse 44. So, repeat after me. Bhog Aishwarya Prasaktana Daya Aprita Chetasam Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadhau Na Vidhiyate. भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तया अपृत चेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते. भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तया अपृत चेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधो न विधीयते. Please repeat. भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां मया अपृता चेतसां आत्मिका बुद्धि समाधो न विधीयते. भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाधो न विधीयते. भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां समाधो न विधीयते. Samadho na vidhiyate. Okay, word to word meaning. Bhoga, to material enjoyment. Aishwarya, and opulence. Prasaktanam, for those who are attached. Taya, by such things. Aprita chetasam, bewildered in mind. Vyavsayatmika, fixed in determination. Buddhi, devotional service to the Lord. Samadho, in the controlled mind. Na, never. Vidhiyate, does take place. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Srila Prabhupada ki translation. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Please repeat after me. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Purport. Samadhi means fixed mind. The Vedic dictionary, the Nirukti says, Samyak adhiyatesmin atma tattva yathatmayam. When the mind is fixed for understanding the self, it is said to be in samadhi. Samadhi is never possible for persons interested in material sense enjoyment and bewildered by such temporary things. They are more or less condemned by the process of material energy. Srila Prabhupada ki. So, it's a very, very important verse. This verse is very relevant to every one of us because Sri Krishna is not merely describing a particular category of people. He is explaining a universal principle. It's applied on the whole universe, this verse. So, when the heart becomes excessively attached and material opulence, so our spiritual determination becomes weak. So this is the basic principle. The problem is not that we possess something. This is not the problem. The problem is when something possesses us. This is the problem. We may have money, we may have a house, education, position, intelligence, technology, facilities. We may have. The real danger begins when we think, this house belongs to me, this bank balance belongs to me, these all educational degrees which I have obtained, this belongs to me, I am so and so. So all these things when comes into our mind, all these things when we continuously think upon it, the problem starts then. When the boat is crossing in the river, naturally it is connected with the water. So that is not the issue. The boat is in the water. But problem starts when the water comes inside the boat. When the water comes inside the boat, then the problem starts. So, if you are possessing things, that is not the problem. When it comes in our mind and we are absorbed in all these things, then we cannot come on the spiritual platform. We can stay always on the material platform. So let us see, this is a very important verse. So first of all, this verse says, Bhoga Aishwarya Prasaktanam. So Bhoga means, what is Bhoga? Bhoga means material enjoyment. Material enjoyment. So, actually we are not meant for the material enjoyment. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Bhoktaram yag tapsam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantim richati. He is the supreme enjoyer. But in this material world, somehow we are trying to enjoy, we want to enjoy the nature, the material nature. So bhoga and Aishwarya. Aishwarya means opulence, wealth. Bhoga, Aishwarya. These two things. Bhoga and Aishwarya. Prasaktanam. Prasaktanam means, one word is asakta. Asakta means attachment. But here Krishna is not saying asakta, bhog aishwarya asakta. He is not saying. But Krishna is saying here, prasaktanam. Prasaktanam means not asaktanam means attachment. Prasaktanam means deeply attached. When one thing is, we are showing a deep absorption, like when we say Prahlad alad daine. Alad means giving the pleasure, but Prahlad means giving the deep pleasure. Prahlad. Like that, this word is saying, what saying? Prasaktanam. Bhog aishwarya prasaktanam taya aparita chetasam. Taya what? Taya means it relates to the previous verses. Last two verses. Whose aprita chetasam means their intelligence is abducted. Chetasam. Their mind is abducted. Their intelligence is kidnapped. Whose? Taya. Taya means that it relates to previous two verses. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avivishchita vedvad rata partha na anyadasti vadena kamatmana swargapara janam karam phal pradam kriya vishesh bahulam bhog aishwarya gatim prati. Taya means this relates to these two verses. In the purport, Prabhupada is saying very nice purport here. People in general are not very intelligent, and due to their ignorance, they are most attached to the fruitive activities recommended in Karma Kanda portions of the Vedas. They do not want anything more than sense gratificatory proposals for enjoying life in heaven, where wine and women are available. Material opulence is very common. In the Vedas, many sacrifices are recommended for elevation to the heavenly planets, especially the Jyotisama sacrifices. In fact, it is stated that anyone desiring elevation to heavenly planets must perform these sacrifices. And men with a poor fund of knowledge think that this is the whole purpose of Vedic wisdom. It is very difficult for such inexperienced persons to situate it in the determined action of Krishna consciousness. So, Taya Apratachedasam, who are totally absorbed in this material enjoyment and opulence. Their minds, their intelligence is abducted. Taya apritachedasam. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Vyavasmatika buddhi means vyavasatmika buddhi, fixed in determination. When we are fixed, resolute, we are fixed in mind. Nishyatmika buddhi. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. It does not take place. Samadho na vidhiyate. Samadho na vidhiyate. Samadho means samadhi. So, those who are practicing Dhyan Yoga, Ashtang Yoga, so there is 8 stages. You know, what are 8 stages? Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi, like that. These are 8 stages. Samadho. So what is the meaning of Samadho? What is the meaning of Samadhi? So Prabhupada is giving here, mentioning what is the meaning of exact Samadhi. I was sorry. Samadhi, Samadhi, Samadhi. Yes. So Prabhupada is giving a lecture in San Francisco, March 17, 1968. Prabhupada is saying Samadhi. Samadhi means to be absorbed in some particular type of thought. To absorb in some particular type of thought. This is called Samadhi. So if you are fully Krishna consciousness, that is Samadhi. 24 hours Samadhi. Not that a periodical Samadhi. The ordinary yogis, they, of course, Samadhi is not, I mean to say, ordinary term. Suppose if he can remain in Samadhi, say for a little period, say 1 hour, 2 hours, like that. Some can sit 12 hours in Samadhi. But Krishna consciousness person is in Samadhi 24 hours, 100%. 100%, because he is always thinking of Krishna. He is always thinking of Krishna. That is being explained. Maya asakta mana partha yogam yunjanmad ashraya. If one performs yoga, taking shelter of Krishna, always thinks of Krishna, then he is in samadhi. So those who are attached to the material enjoyment, bhoga, or material opulence, they are attached. Their minds are abducted, kidnapped. Bhog aishwarya prasakta naam taya apritachedasam. Vyavasayaatmaka buddhi, their mind, their intelligence is not resolute, irresolute. Samadhona vidyate. Their intelligence is spread in so many branches, so many things. Like I have purchased one item, I have purchased one car, and I like my car, and it is parked in front of my house, and I am thinking about the car, how is very nice car I have purchased. But thinking now, I want to protect. I am caring for the car day and night. I am thinking for the car day and night. I am thinking somebody don't even touch my car. Any boy, if someone come and scratch the car, so it looks me very uneasy. So I am totally absorbed in one object. I have purchased one car, I have purchased, and I am totally absorbed in that car. Like that. I forgot all other things. So this is called what? This is the attachment. But what kind of attachment? Prasaktanam. Deep attachment, not ordinary attachment. So attachment, we cannot avoid attachment because we are living beings. We cannot stay totally detached. Attachment would be there, but we can transfer our attachment from material attachment to the spiritual attachment. I like my house, okay, it's not bad, it's a simple attachment. I am living in my house. But I am not so attached to my house, but I am attached to ISKCON temple. So I can transfer my attachment to my house to the temple. To my relatives, my attachment to my relatives, I can transfer it to the devotees. They are my actual relatives. Like that, I have transferred our attachment to Srila Prabhupada. So this is, attachment cannot be removed from our hearts. We are the living beings. We are not the dead matters. But what we have to do, we have to practice how we can transfer our attachments from material platform to spiritual platform. Bhog aishwarya prasaktanam taya apritachedasam vyavasayaatmaka buddhi. Our intelligence should be resolute, fixed mind, nishatmika buddhi, then we can perform some kind of austerities or our practice, Krishna conscious practice. But one thing we should say that here Krishna is saying in the last two verses, Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avipischita ved vadrata partha na anyat astiti vadina. Kamatmana swargapara janam karm pradam kriya vishesh bahulam bhog aishwarya gatim prati. So, men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas. Flowery words of the Vedas. So, Krishna is saying, men of the small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to the heavenly planets, resulting in good birth, power, and so forth, being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life. They say that there is nothing more than this life. So, all these things are described in our Vedas. How we can perform this activities, fruitive activities, so we can attain the enjoy. We can enjoy in the heavenly planets, or even we can enjoy in this material world also. So there are so many examples or so many mantras are giving how we can attain this. So these Vedas are emanates from Krishna. And Krishna is giving these all things. How you can enjoy the material activities, how you can enjoy the material world, or how you can reach the heavenly planets. This is the flowery words of the Vedas. And Vedas are emanates from the Krishna. So why it so happened? Why Krishna has put all these flowery words in the Vedas? Because there are different type of human beings, and most of them, or generally, they are vikarmis. Vikarmis means those who are involved in all the sinful activities. They are least concerned with any instructions which are given in the Vedas. They are least concerned. They are just doing whatever they want to do. So, in this way, they are doing so much sinful activities. They are hellish. They are supposed to go to the hellish planets, because they are not accepting any rules and regulations of the instruction of the Vedas. They want to enjoy. Just like Nalkubar and Manigriv, the son of Kuber, they were just wanted to enjoy, and Narad Muni cursed them to become the trees. But actually they were not cursed. That was the blessing of the Narad Muni. So they could see the Krishna face to face. But in one sense, they were cursed. So there are so many human beings, in general, they are not least bothered about anything, and they are involved in all sinful activities. So upgrade them Krishna has given them this flowery words. So you do so and so thing, you perform so and so thing, then you can enjoy in the material world or you can reach the heavenly planets. So this is the basic principle. So Krishna, who is our real Father, he wants us to come on the spiritual platform anyhow. Gradually he wants to uplift our position. Somehow or other, if we will come in the contact of Vedas and we will see then how we can do all these things that we can enjoy in the heavenly planets. What Prabhupada is mentioning here, Jyotistama sacrifices. In the Vedas, many sacrifices are recommended for elevation to the heavenly planets, especially the Jyotistama sacrifices. In fact, it is stated that anyone desiring elevation to the heavenly planets must perform these sacrifices. And men with a poor fund of knowledge think that this is the whole purpose of Vedic wisdom. It is very difficult for such inexperienced persons to be situated in the determined action of Krishna consciousness. So they will gradually come upward. So bhog aishwarya prasakta nam taya, this material world is not meant for the enjoyment. But unless we experience or we are come in the contact of the association of the devotees, we can understand that what is the real enjoyment, how we can enjoy, because we are anandamayo bhyasat. This is the Vedanta Sutra. Anandamayo bhyasat. Krishna is the Satchidanand and we are the part and parcel of Krishna. So we are also seeking the Anand. But we don't know how we can get that platform where we can get the higher taste. Higher taste. So the Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Thakur sometimes tells one story of the crane and the swan. One swan was flying and the crane was in the mud. The crane asked the swan, "Where are you going?" He said, "I am going to Mansovar." "Would you like to come with me?" Swan asked crane. Crane Bagula. Bagula was sitting in the mud. So what was his business? Bagula business? He was eating insects. Fishes, insects in the river. So swan said, "Would you like to come with me? I am going to Mansovar." Okay. So in Mansovar, can I get all these insects there? I want to eat. I will be able to get this mud where I am sitting or standing? No, Swan said. Mansovar is a very nice place. It's a very nice place. You won't get there this mud and insects there. Then what I will do there? I want to eat this machli. I want to eat this insects, kida makoda. If that is not there, then what is the use of going there? So this is the position in those who are involved in the sinful activities. They cannot absorb in the Krishna consciousness. The samadho na vidhiyate. Samadho na vidhiyate. So who are the real actual those who are place themselves in the samadhi? So the example is Braj Gopikas. Braj Gopikas. How they are involved in thinking Krishna 24 hours. They are actually in the real samadhi, 24-hour samadhi. So the gopis were so completely absorbed in thought of Krishna that when they were preparing themselves to meet him, they would sometimes become so bewildered in their loving absorption that they couldn't even properly distinguish where they were applying their ornaments and cosmetics. They were so deeply absorbed in Krishna, not in the material objects. My house, my car, my bank balance, they were observed in Krishna and deeply observed. They were not even thinking what I am using, this cosmetics. They were putting eyeliners or kajal on the lips. So they might put eye cosmetics on their lips or the lip cosmetics around their eyes. They might even put their earrings in the wrong place. This is the real absorption. They were not thinking about their own appearance. How I will look like, so and so. No. And their entire consciousness was absorbed in one thought: I am going to meet Krishna. Even their clothes and ornaments could be arranged improperly because their minds were completely absorbed in Krishna. This is very beautiful example of complete absorption. Their consciousness was not wandering toward material enjoyment, prestige, wealth, or bodily comfort. Their entire consciousness had become centered upon Krishna's. This is called Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. So, this is something very different from the samadhi of an ordinary yogi. A yogi may withdraw his senses from the external objects and try to concentrate his mind upon the super soul. But the gopis' absorption was even more intimate. Their hearts were completely captured by love of Krishna. Therefore, when we speak about samadhi, we should understand that the perfection of consciousness is not merely to stop thinking. The perfection is to think constantly of Krishna with love. This is called samadhi. Kansa was also in samadhi. He was also absorbed in Krishna, but not with love. This was the difference. He was also absorbed in samadhi, 24 hours. Understanding, she does not enter the Ras Leela because she does not accept the mood and position required of the Braj Gopikas. Lakshmi Devi cannot leave her opulence So she is still waiting to enter in the Ras Leela. So, as a part and parcel of Krishna, we are also Anandmaya, Sachidanand. Atma is Sachidanand. Nityo Nityanam Chetnash Chetnanam. Eko Bhavnam Yo Vidati Kaman. So Krishna is the supreme living and who is fulfilling all the desires of our. So we have to understand that we cannot enjoy ourselves unless we are connected with the Krishna. Like Prabhupada is giving sometimes example, when one screw which is fell down from the machine somewhere. So this part of one screw, this screw has no value. If it is connected with the machine, the screw it has full value. Like that, our body, our limbs, they are supposed to give the food to the belly. In that sense, our all limbs will be satisfied, nourishes, when we are giving food to the belly, automatically. Not that hand will say that why I should give the food to the belly. I want to eat myself. So this is not possible. Prabhupada is giving example like that. So we are the part and parcel. So if we want to really enjoy in this world or in the heavenly planets or in the spiritual world, we have to surrender, we have to serve Krishna with deep absorption, deep attachment, without thinking of our material wealth, material opulences. If Krishna has given us material wealth, opulences, that should not be used in our own sense gratification. It should be used to please the senses of Krishna. Then our wealth and then our opulence this is the blessing. It will become blessing. And if it is not used in the service of the Krishna or the devotees of the Krishna, then all this wealth and all this opulence, all these material things, it will be very dangerous situation, dangerous position for us. And we cannot cross over this material ocean. We cannot reach to our real destination. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. E sansare bahu dustare. Kripa pahe pahi murare. Birth, death, again taking birth and death, taking birth and death. So we cannot achieve the real destination, real goal, unless we come on the platform of the spiritual platform, or we are able to think or absorb in the Krishna consciousness, which is our real motto, real goal. So, here I will stop here. Is there any question or comment?
One comment that we should become master of mind, not the servant of mind.
Master of mind, yes, very, very nice. So we should think like Goswamis. Goswamis. What is the meaning of Goswamis? Go means the senses, the master of senses. But we are not the master of senses, we are the Godas, the servant of senses. Unless we come in the contact with the, in the service of Krishna consciousness or in the association of the Srila Prabhupada and Prabhupada devotees, our senses are very dangerous. It cannot remain idle. They want to be engaged either in Maya or in Krishna, Mayapati. Maya dakshena prakriti soyate sa characharam hetu nanena kaunteya. Jagat vipartite. So, okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavad-Gita as it is ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Sita Nanda Premanande Sita Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,